Hello guys, so this is one of the books I have and I'm currently reading. I'm done reading some few books, but I want you to know how to read a book or how it works. So this is a book I have titled Rise Up and Work, Understanding Ministry, and it's written by our own Charles Ajenasari. I bought this book 1st June 2018 at a program, and I started reading it, but I couldn't complete it because I had other books to read. So this time around, I'm going to complete it, and I'm going to teach you or show you how to complete a book within a week, within 2 weeks, or 3 weeks. It depends on your strength and how much you enjoy reading. So let's get started. First and foremost, before I read a book, I go through the content. So I go through the content first. I know some people, when they go through the content, they feel they can easily understand what the book is all about. But no, I don't do that. I go through the content first to know how many pages or chapters and what I'm working with. So this is the introduction, ministry. So we have 11, 23 all down. And here. So example of what I look out for is when it comes to chapter 9, it says that it has one from page 101. Before you get to chapter 10, it's 111. So it means that there are 10 pages between this and this. But here, there are 4 pages between 10 and 11. You see, so I kind of glance through to have a fair view of what I'm working with. So that means from conclusion to the other books of the author, it's not particularly for this book. So it means that the making of the ministry is the last chapter, which is 157. Now if you take notes from here, the intro is chapter 7. That means chapter 1 is from 11. So 157 from 7, I have 150. So I assume that chapter 1 is page 1 and it ends 150. I don't know if you understand. That means I have taken the introduction from this book so that I can be able to calculate it very well on how I'm going to make this work. So now let's get into it. So from what I said, I hope you can see though. So the page numbers is 1 to 50 because I subtracted the 7 from it. Alright, so then if you want to read a book within a week, 2 weeks, or 3 weeks, I divide. So that means a week, 1 week, which is approximately 7 days. So I divide, which is 150 pages divided by the 7 days, and I think you're gonna have 21.43 a day. So it means that you're supposed to read 21 pages a day. Let me use a different pen for that. So you're supposed to read 21 pages a day. That is if you are going to. Now if you really want to read these 21 pages a day, it means that you're going to read it morning, afternoon, and evening. So for morning, afternoon, evening, this is what you're going to do. 21 pages a day. You divide it by 3, which is morning, afternoon, and evening. Right? And then the answer, I believe, is 7.13. So that means in the morning, you read 7 pages, in the afternoon, 7 pages, and in the evening, 7 pages for a day. I hope you understand. So for a day. But then if you want to read the book in 2 weeks, which is 14 days, that is, you're going to divide the 150 pages over the 14 days. And this is going to give you, I believe, is So it means within a day you're supposed to read 10 pages of the book. 10 pages of the book. And 10 pages of the book, morning, afternoon, evening, means that you're going to do 10.7 divided by 3, morning, afternoon, and evening, which is going to give you 3.6. So let's run it off to 4. So it means that you have to read 4 pages. I hope you can see though. 4 pages a day. The same way, if you want to read the book within 3 weeks, 3 weeks, which is 21 days. So you're going to divide 150 by 21 days. And that is going to give you 7.1, I believe. You can do the corrections or the calculations and let me know if it's right or wrong. So yeah, and then reading this morning, afternoon, evening, it simply means that you are supposed to 7.1 divided by 3, which is morning, afternoon, evening. That is 2.4. So let's quickly do a table so that it will be easy to understand. Give me a minute. So there we have it. So this means that if you want to read a book and the book contains 150 pages in a week, which is 7 days, you're going to read 21 pages a day. 21 pages a day. That means morning, afternoon, evening. You have to read 7 pages at most. 7 pages. And then in 2 weeks, if you want to complete this book, it means you're going to read 10 pages a day. 10 pages a day, meaning morning, afternoon, evening, you should read at least 3 and at most 4. Because if you run it off, and then in 3 weeks, which is 21 days, you're supposed to read 7 pages a day. 7 pages a day. That means morning you should read 2 pages, afternoon 2, evening 2, or evening 3, then you'll be done. So this is how to read a book. That's the first step. You have to get to know. It makes it easier for you and you have confidence that, oh, I will definitely complete this. So you have to decide for yourself. Currently, I am going to read this book in a week. So I'll give you feedback on how I fared so that you have practical knowledge about it. So in a week, it means that I am supposed to read 21 pages a day. So this morning, I'm supposed to read 7, in the afternoon 7, in the evening 7. And let's see how it goes. Sometimes we are in a hurry to read because we want to complete it, but make sure that you are really understanding whatever you are reading alongside. So I have a book where I write down some few notes. I don't know if it's this book. Where I write down some few notes I get from this one. God has to speak to you. Any book you're reading, unless it's a romantic book or a novel, that is fine. But if it's a Christian book like this, you need to hear from God. You need to know why you are reading it. You need to pray alongside your reading. So I will urge you to take your time. If you have time on your side, why not? Go for it. But if you don't have much time on your side, then you really have to take your time and read. If it's a Christian book, I recommend 2 weeks. 2 weeks so that you can be able to get time and understand whatever you are reading. So 3 or 4 pages a day would really help. So let's see, maybe I'm going to do the 2 weeks because I really need to know, learn, and share whatever I'm reading from this great book. So there you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you've learned something. Next time we'll talk about how to allocate your time to this. Allocate your time to reading. Thank you so much for watching and enjoy your... Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like this video, kindly comment, and if you haven't subscribed, do well to subscribe.